Hello, I am audible.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good morning, students. So today we can start with a jar file. So what do you mean by jar file? A jar file is nothing but it is a Java archive. Means we have to compress a very large file into a very small piece of content. Nothing but we can call it as a zip file, or we can also call it as a jar file. So in the Java, we can call it as a jar file. Okay, this is a concept we are used to using the jar file and how to create the jar file in the Java Beans and many more. So first we can start with creating a jar file and what are the uses of using jar file and how to use the jar file in the Java Beans. A Java archive is nothing but a jar, that is a JAR, is a file, enables to us to enclose a number of files into a one, that is a jar file. So this is the definition, a many number of files into a one jar file. And this jar file, we can compress their content by their in the format of zip. So if an applet, we have to need a large number of files. So we can using this jar file, it makes sense to create and download a jar file. So when you go for the web browser, so we have to need only one connection rather than a new connection for each subfile, so that we can improve the downloading times. So this can be helped by using the jar file. So when you create a jar file with the jar tool, so we comes with a Java, and we can see that how to create a jar file by using a Java syntax, that is in jar options. So when you write the square bracket, it is an optional. So options, manifest, and destination, the input file. So may or may not be using some of the additional input file. So we can see that this syntax, we can see that there is a manifest file. So in the next slide, we can tell about what is the manifest files. Then we can move to what is a jar file. A jar file is a Java archive, is a file or compressed file. So we can store in one or many files. This is the first. And the second one, when you're using the jar file, normally it contains a Java or a class files. But other files can also be included. This is a second point. And the third point, when a jar files can be run on Windows by using a double clicking the jar file if the machine will containing JVM is installed. So this is very careful. When you double clicking the jar file in the Windows, first we have to install the JVM. And normally the jar file containing some of the Java files and also the Java class files. But in some of the files can be also be included. And when you're using the jar files is a compressed file. It containing a many of files in a one file. So we can store in or a many files. So this is, we can call it as a jar file. So why we are using the jar file? So this is most important question. Why the jar file is using, it is necessary in Java Beans? Yes. So there is a 4 important point. We have to using the jar file. The first one is we have to using for the compression, and we can testing for the speed. And the third one for we can authentication by using the security. And the third one, we have to selling the a package to the one file to the another package file. So these are the important points to be remembered. So we have to using the jar file. The first one is compression. So when you jar file using for compression, we have to reduce the size of the original files. So this is most important. So jar file will use to reduce the original size of the file. Second one, that is the speed. When using the applet, we can download in a one HTTP transaction. So this is very important. So why the jar file are very speed? Because it downloaded in a one HTTP transaction. Once is completed and go for the next one. And the third one is security. So when you using the jar file, we can sign it digitally. Means we can give some authentication to open the file. So user can use to recognize the signature, can optionally and give the grant permission to run the particular file, or we can refuse the one particular file. So this is the security we have to using the jar file. And the fourth one is a package sealing. When you're sealing a package within the jar file means all the Java classes defined in a one package. So that package will can find in the same jar file. So this is the, we can call it as a package sealing. It's nothing but we have to using the one file means all the Java classes are containing in one packages. So we can, and we can using the same jar file also. So these are the important points to remember. We have to using the jar file. So this is the syntax. We have to use the jar file. So that is a jar, option, manifest, destination. That is an input file. So if you want to more input file, we can using the additional input file with the separated by the comma. So we can see that there is a two option is there, two square bracket. One is an option and another is the manifest. So what do you mean by options? So option means we have to refer to the option. So when you use with the jar tool and they are much like the option we use with the Unix tax tools. What do you mean by tar tools? That is Unix tar tools. So tar tools is a computer software utilities for collecting the many files into a one archive. So this is the option we have to using. So option means we can using with the jar tool. So second square bracket indicates that is a manifest. So what do you mean by manifest? It is an optional. So manifest means it is an argument, nothing but a parameter, and it consists of the name of the manifest file. So which support the digital sign and list the content of the jar file. So this is by using the manifest files, nothing but an argument with the name of the manifest, and which is support for the digital signature or digital signing. So it containing a list of jar files. So we can see that some of the possible options when we can use with the jar tool. The first one is, that is an option we have to using SC. So C means it create a new one or an empty archive on the standard output. The second one is a T. It lists the table of content from the standard output. What does it mean? C, we create a new or empty archive on the standard output. When using the T, it is a table of content from the standard output. Then X, files. X is nothing but we can extract all the files or just the named files. So whatever the file, the particular file can be extracted. So we have to using the X files. If the file is omitted, it means that it can find it and all the files are extracted. Otherwise, only the specified files are extracted. Is nothing but a control A. Sorry. Control A means containing, it select all the files. Suppose in case there is a 2 additional keyboard shortcut is there. Suppose in case if you using the control shift, containing all the files can be accessed, or we can select only one particular file by using the control X, control shift, and shift A means it contain all the files can be selected. So same type. So X means we can extract all the files. T means table of content, and C means create a new or empty. And a F means the argument following this option specify the jar file to work with. F is nothing but an argument. So this argument we can follow the whatever the option of the jar file to work with that file, particular file. Then the V option we are using means verbose. Verbose is nothing but we can generate the verbose, that is the JVM output on standard errors. There is a standard error. Suppose in case if you have any error occurs during the a jar file installation, so that should be stored in the verbose, that is VARBOSE, verbose, that is a JVM. And the M option is indicates the manifest information from the specified manifest file, means information about the particular manifest file. Then O means we can storing only without using zip compression. So O indicates store only without using zip compression. And the capital M, it specify the manifest file should not be created for the entries. So So M is nothing but a manifest files, but we cannot created any entry when you using the capital M. Then U means we can update the existing jar file by adding the files or any modification or any change in the manifest file. Then -C means it changes the directory using execution of the jar command. So we can see that there is a two differences there. One is the C means only C means we can create the new or empty. When you using the -C, you can changing the directory. In same tip, when you using the small m, it is a manifest file. It get information about that particular manifest file. When you using the capital M, it is a manifest file, should not create any entry. So these are the two difference. So for example, I can using this option by using the jar file, that is a jar UF is an option, and the jar file dot jar, it is a manifest file. We can -C classes means we have to changing the directory during the execution of the jar command. So this is an example. So we can put all the files within the class directory, but not the class directory itself, because we can using the jar file dot jar. And another example we can using, that is a jar CF. Here UF first we can using, and that CF means the above example, the class file is current directory are placed in the name as a jar file dot jar. The default main first file automatically generated by the jar file and is always the first entry in the jar file. And if you have a manifest file, we want to by using the jar tools and use for this new jar archive, we can using the -M option and specify. M is nothing but you can specify the particular manifest file. So there is another option we are using CMF. So when you specify the option of CFM instead of using CMF, so we have to need some specific name of the jar file first and followed by the manifest file. So how we can return? So by using a jar CFM jar file dot jar manifest dot mft star dot class. So it means it includes all type of files inside the jar file dot jar. Okay, next. There are another examples. So how to extract the file from jar file? So we can extract file from jar file by using the option XF option. That is in jar XF jar file dot jar means we can extract a file from the jar file. So we can also extract the file by using specify by name. Suppose in case if you have the file name should be noun, so we can directly using the file's name. So how will be written? Jar XF jar file dot jar. I have to know the file name, that is the applet dot class. So you can just using extract file by specifying by their names. So there is another, then how to updating the jar file. So updating the jar file by adding the new file to the existing the jar file. So I have a file. So that file I have to adding more files to that particular jar file. So means the updating the jar file. So how we are using the jar files? That is syntax. That is a jar -uf jar file dot jar. I have to adding one more new file, that is the class one dot class. So let's next we move to the how to letting the applets get class from jar file. Means I have a one input applet into a jar file. So we along with the all the supporting files. But how do I tell the browser about the jar file? So suppose in case a jar file containing applet files and also the Java class files. But the browser do not know the about the jar file containing the applet. So in that case, I have to tell the web browser by using the applet viewer, so that we are storing the files jar with some specific archive parameter in the applet tag. So if you have created an applet that stored in the jar file and name as the applet.jar. So we write the below code for this applet. So we are including the applet tag. So how will it return? So this is a syntax we are using a jar file containing an applet file. So import java.aw.star, that is an abstract window toolkit, and I have to using import java.applet.applet. Then we can return applet code is equal to applet.jack class, and width is equal to 200 and height is equal to 200. And we can sending the one parameter, that is an archive, then value is applet t.jar. So close the applet, and we can extend the applet to the applet t to extend applet, and using some graphic G. So the allow from Java 6,100. So there is a window will be created graphically. So in that middle, we can see that allow from Java. The x-axis is 60 and y-axis is 100. So after the completing of the above applet that class, so we have to create applet t.jar. So how will be written? So jar cf applet t.jar to the applet t.class. So next we have to delete the applet t.class and open the applet.java using applet viewer. So you just return applet viewer applet t.java. So we can applet will be displayed on the monitor. So then we can move to the create the bean manifest file. So this is, we can call it as a manifest file we can create it. So after writing the Java beans, so we have to pick or pack the bean into a jar file and indicates that bean in a jar files, that is a manifest file. So this we can create the bean manifest file, and we can using the extension that is a .mft. MFT means that is a manifest file. So when you create the manifest file beam.mft and place this in the manifest file in a directory to create the jar file very easy. So to indicate that particular jar file in the Java bin, suppose in case I have to using the class that containing the jar file is nothing but is a Java bin. So we have to set it Java bin attributes is true. in the syntax. So how will be written? A name colon sun w slash demo slash bean, and we can using the class file as simple bean dot class, and the attributes of the Java bean is true. That is a Java bean colon true. So simple bean dot class is in the sun w dot demo dot bean package. So it means it will be stored in the jar file as sun w slash demo slash bean slash simple bean dot class. So in that case, we have to create a bean manifest. Okay. Next, so how to creating a bean jar file? So previous slide, we are creating the bean manifest file. So here we are creating the bean jar file. So after writing the Java bean, we have to pick or pack the bean into a jar file and indicate that it is the bean in the jar files manifest file. So we are creating the jar file for the bean. So we have to return by using two classes file. First, we can compiling the bean.java, so which we are create the class file. So how we will return? Example, I can take an simple bean.class and simple b1$1.class. So we can copy these two files to the demo slash sun w dot demo dot slash simple bean directory. And next we have to place the manifest file simple bean.mft into the demo directory. So we can using this demo directory by using the jar tool. So that is C colon jar CFM, that is a jar bean.mf to the class. So this is by using to create the jar bean jar file. Means we have to create the two files, and these two files can be copied into a one directory and placed in the manifest file. So in that case, we have to create the bean jar file. So the previous slide, we can see that how to create the bean manifest file. So just you can indicate the jar file in the Java beans and set the Java bean attributes is true. And we can pack the bean into jar file and indicates that it into the bean jar file manifest file. So these are the two important points: creating the bean manifest file and create the bean jar file. And finally, we can adding some controls to bean. So we can adding Java controls such as the button or our beans. So we just have to make sure the bean will containing the class files or any panel class. So this is an example. We are adding the button to a bean and display the number of times it should be clicked. So package is sunw.demo.button and import java.aw and the event, and we can extend the class to the panel and implement the sum of the action listener. And we can create the button 1 and public of button and count is equal to 0. We can set the button to the set 200, 100, and button 1 is equal to new button of click me and button 1 dot add the action listener to this button add button. And finally, public void, that is an action listener, that is a performance. So this is by using the dimension get, size, height and width. I can set the colors, fill the react the colors and drawing some clicking button to count the number of buttons when we have to click. So this is a simple example. So I think this program will write your own in home and check the what is the output of this program result. Okay, today I can stop here. So tomorrow I will not engage the 10:45 classes. I think Hemant sir will take 10:45 and 12:35 classes will be start with 11:40 and I think the last class will be wind up. So Wednesday I can start with introspection. What is the purpose of introspection? Customizer and the important topic, that is a bean properties and simple properties of the bean. Okay. Okay. Today I can stop here. Okay. Thank you.